Hey, I want to offer you 3 quick tips for you to replace your income. This is for Black women in toxic jobs. So, on my YouTube channel, I talk a lot about how to heal, how to leave from toxic jobs. The healing really starts after you leave. But I want to give you some tips about 3 tips about how to replace your income. So, a lot of the other tips about leaving a toxic job I talk about in the Financial Masterclass, which is to get your money right and leave that toxic job, Financial Masterclass for Black women. So you'll get a lot more tips in the Masterclass, but I just wanted to come on briefly and share with you 3 tips to help you out, because a lot of Black women have been asking me this because they say that probably the only thing that keeps them at the toxic job is their fear about how to replace their income. So I want to share with you just 3 tips really quickly. One is think about what is the lowest hanging fruit. What is the thing that you currently do at your job now that you will be able to pivot to in relation to another job, or even if it's like doing your own business, something, the lowest hanging fruit that you already do at that job, okay? So for me, the lowest hanging fruit for me when I was at that previous toxic job was therapy. I'm a therapist. So I pivoted and I started doing telehealth. So think about that for yourself. What is the lowest hanging fruit of something that you currently do at your job? The skill that you currently utilize at that job that you can pivot to something else, okay? That's number 1. Number 2 is to think about and be open to people are going to come to you because they recognize how awesome you are, and they're going to come to you and ask you about different things you might be interested in. So in terms of pursuing different opportunities, so be open to exploring that. For me, just to be honest with you, for me, that was not easy for me at first. People kept coming to me when I was at that toxic job, and first of all, they kept saying to me, you don't belong here. Like, I don't see you here. What are you doing here? You need to be doing something bigger and better. I didn't like that. But it's important to listen to people like that, because sometimes people can see something in you that you are not able to see for yourself, and they will seek you out in terms of doing other things outside of the job. Be open to that. Be open to that. The last tip that I want to give you in relation to replacing your income can be thinking about, okay, not only things that you may have done at that job, the lowest hanging fruit, but what other skills do you have that maybe you're not even utilizing at that toxic job that you can pivot to something else? Again, it may be another job if you choose to go to another job, or it might be creating your own income in your own business, a side hustle. So for me, story time, I am a psychologist. So I was trained to do testing. And at that toxic job, I never did one day of testing. Never one day. Okay, even though when they tried to do some shady stuff with me, talking about we got to demote you to do testing, which was a lie, which is a flat out lie, because I've been there for more than 10 years, never tested not one kid, okay? So when I was open to listening to or other people pursuing me in terms of other work opportunities, one of the things that came my way was testing. So now that is a pretty lucrative source of income for me. And I just want to say this to you. When we talk about replacing income, and again, we talk about replacing income more in the masterclass, but we also talk about multiple streams of income. That is extremely important. You don't want to rely on one job to be your only source of income, because what happens when that job, if something happens with that job, what happens then, okay? You need to have multiple streams of income, okay? So again, that's something that we talk about in the masterclass. I had to give you a little tidbit today about those 3 tips about how to replace your income. If you want more information about how to replace your income, you're ready, you're a Black woman, you're like, I need to get out of here, I'm done with this, then sign up for the masterclass, okay? January 3rd and 4th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 hours. Dr. Rosche Brown. Dr. Rosche Brown is a financial psychologist. She helped me get my money straight so I could leave that toxic job, okay? I knew I needed some help. I knew I needed some help, okay? But she helped me because that was the main thing keeping me there was my fear of finances. So I am partnering with her to offer a masterclass. So again, it's the Get Your Money Right and Leave That Toxic Job financial masterclass for Black women, okay? January 3rd and 4th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 hours. It is Zoom webinar format, so no one will see you're there. Nobody will even know you're there, okay? So your face will not be on the on the screen. Your names will not be listed. If you have any questions, you can do Q&A. Change your name, okay? So don't let that keep you from being in the masterclass. So if you want more of the tips that I shared, but you like, give me more than that. I need more than 3 tips, or I need elaboration. And or if you want to find out about multiple streams of income. I cannot emphasize that it's so important for us as Black women. We don't want to be reliant on one source of income, particularly not a toxic job. We don't want that, okay? So all of that available to you, masterclass, okay? So again, click in the description section, get the link. We're in early registration right now. You don't want to miss out. You don't want it to sell out. Okay, last time it sold out. So again, January 3rd and 4th, Get Your Money Right and Leave That Toxic Job financial masterclass for Black women, okay? So listen to these 3 tips I'm offering you, okay? Listen to these, but there's a lot more to it, okay? And I want to help you get out, okay? So I'm ushering in a movement to help as many Black women as I can to leave and heal from toxic jobs. These toxic jobs are soul sucking and they can really compromise your health on so many different levels, okay? I don't want that for you, okay? So I'm signing off and I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm in Palm Springs right now and I want to actually show you an example of how I'm replacing or how I pivoted to other streams of income. Okay, so now that I've left that toxic job. So one of the things that I do, so I have multiple streams of income right now. And so I want to show you an example of me doing something I really enjoy that I never thought about when I was at that toxic job, because the toxic job was consuming all of my mental energy. So I was, I talk a lot on YouTube and LinkedIn, and I was asked to do a retreat. So never did that before, but they sought me out, and it's a Black women's organization. So of course I was all in, and they flew me out to Palm Springs. I'm in Palm Springs right now. They paid for my airfare. They paid me very well to do the retreat. It was a beautiful experience. So I want to show you just a little example of how you are able to, if you're open, things will come your way, and be willing to really explore that. So I'm going to show you a little clip of me at the retreat, but just to show you. I don't want to just tell you, I want to show you by example that there's other ways for you to make money. There's other ways. Okay, see you later. Bye. It was just all these things.